Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Mugs and Mikes podcast. I'm your host, Zeke, and I brought some friends along because you know I can't do this alone. I got Luke.
Hi, I want to own a DeLorean one day, in case you didn't know.
We have Nomad.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got myself into this situation.
Don't you fucking start with that.
It all started 2 days ago when my mother woke me up for...
You're so obsessed with that, I swear to God.
It's a great movie.
Yes, but you're not referencing a movie, you're referencing the Monkey Jones.
And we have HackGame.
Is the YouTube drama over yet?
Never.
Not
it's
even
never
close.
over.
Well, shit, I have to hide in this bomb shelter then.
Well, we have plenty. We have plenty of room in this bomb shelter for you, Hack.
We've been there for like years.
I'm gonna end up poisoning the shelter because I follow Keemstar on Twitter. Actually, wait, all of you do too.
I do not.
Oh wait, you don't?
I do not.
Don't worry, guys. I got buddy bags for all of us. It's all good.
All right, we're good. So let's begin.
So, what are we talking about, gentlemen?
YouTube, and how stupid it is sometimes.
Hooray!
We're going to be talking about essentially the state of YouTube and how it's been for the last couple of months, because it's been a very interesting time for this site.
Demonetized.
Yeah, that's been going on for years, though. It's not as common these days, though.
Yeah, because that was YouTube. They were testing out their bot, and it was not very accurate whatsoever.
So where do we start? Like, do we start at like the starting point, or you said over the course of a couple months?
Yeah, I guess. Well, the farthest back I can remember was the whole MatPat situation. How he was called out on Twitter for abusing metadata.
Oh yeah, I remember about that one.
Yeah, so essentially, for those of you who don't remember, MatPat played a game called Heartbound, which resembled Undertale in a way. But
Earthbound.
Oh, yeah. Well, I should have said that, actually. It resembles Earthbound, similar to how Undertale had resemblance of Earthbound as well. And MatPat played the game on his stream. However, he didn't really present it as, like, its own game. He was using a lot of Undertale and Deltarune references. Like, let me pull up the tags he was using.
He even put it out his way to even call it an Undertale fan game, which I find it really, really disrespectful.
Yeah, he was tagging like Undertale, Deltarune, Undertale 2, Sans, Clickeroon, whatever that is, Toby Fox, Chris, Kara, Lancer. Like, none of these guys really had anything to do with Heartbound. And yet he presented this as like, oh, look at this Undertale fan game style thing. So the developer of the game actually called him out on Twitter. And another thing MatPat actually did was he didn't link back to the game on its Steam page or anything. Now, that is
a very common problem.
Yeah, it is a common problem. I make the same problem too. I really need to start linking back to the games I play. I mean, I do often. Like, sometimes I forget, like, with my Celeste playthrough, I don't think I linked the game back, and I need to go back into my descriptions and actually link back to the games.
Or credit.
And MatPat, he made some kind of excuse to where, like, oh, we don't normally, like, link back to the games. And then Toby Fox replied to that saying, like, dude, you should always link back to the games. You went too far this time. And, you know, Toby Fox makes a good point. Everybody who makes gaming videos, I think we need to make this initiative. We need to help the gaming community grow. We have the power to do so.
Yeah, making games isn't as easy as anyone else would think. Like
how long have you been working on your game, Hack? Well, I don't know how much you actually want me to say about that.
Well, guys, if you think making a simple FNAF game or Undertale whatever game can take like a few months, it really isn't. It takes...
No, see, you're making an Ultimate Custom Night fan game. That's the difference here. You're putting in 56 people.
Well, yeah, but even to that, like, even if you have, like, some short amount of characters and all that, you still need to, like, make the art for everything. I mean, back at one point, I was thinking of making an RPG game with a few people, or at least having a lot of things that could element to the game. But the problem is that you need to make each thing that could still take a long time, even with the use of having everything with it. So
Yeah. So I think everybody here knows game making is no easy task, and people should be given the right credit, which is a fair request, which is why I want to try and remember to put descriptions to my games I mean, links to the games I play in the description, which more often than not I am. Like, if it's an independent game, like, I know the Baldi's Basics link, I linked back to it. With Steam games, I used to think, it's not a big deal. But now I'm starting to realize that, no, actually, I should be linking to the games, really help people find them.
I do think it is a good idea to link them, but at the same time, you're presenting them as more of a let's play, while he was presenting this game as, look at this cool game I found. Or, look at this good game that, was it Pirate Software?
Yeah,
Pirate Software. Pirate Software came up to MatPat and asked him to play the game. And they're like, look at this cool game that we're playing. It kind of reminds me of Earthbound and Undertale. And,
well, I don't think Pirate Software actually went to MatPat. I think MatPat was following the game, but he presented it as like a Undertale style fan game.
Mm-hmm. Here's this reason for that. That said, their goal is to make live streams as searchable as possible, and for games with limited searchability, that's important. So yeah, hey guys, your game isn't relevant enough to be put in the tags. That's why we need to have Undertale in there.
I kind of get what he's trying to say, because he is running a business. His YouTube channel is his job. But at the same time, I do not think that misguiding his audience is the right thing to do.
Not to mention the fact that abusing metadata is against YouTube's service. He could have gotten striked for this.
On a big platform like that, it would be really bad for his reputation.
Yeah, no, it is bad for his reputation. Like, this isn't the first time he's done this. He's had a history of, like, tagging in YouTubers who had nothing to do with his videos, like Dawko, TDM.
Yeah, I just put up this the tweet that I found. Tagging the right person this time. I'm a little disturbed at MatPatGT situation looking into it. I'm seeing some weird tagging on his live streams that seem to be taking advantage of other creators like TDM, Draco, and Markiplier in the tags. So he's using metadata to kind of bring in those fan bases into his videos.
Yeah. And that's not a good practice. It's I don't want to use too harsh of a word, but I think dishonest might be a good way to go about it.
A bit manipulative,
manipulative.
Far from the worst thing anyone has ever done on this website.
No,
it's
honestly,
more of like a cautionary tale to everyone else. Like, hey, listen, guys, you don't have to deceive. You don't have to clickbait to get people to enjoy your content. I mean, his channel has, 15 million subscribers?
Somewhere around there. I think 11.
Let me check. Real quick.
Yeah, 11. I just checked.
Oh, 11?
All right, so 11 million subs. Yeah, so he doesn't need to do that. He's blown up big enough. Like, I get you want to continue to grow, but again, you can't abuse metadata to do so.
And since we're still talking about MatPat as well, there is one more thing I want to talk about, and this is something I'm more upset with him than anyone else, like anything else he's done. I find his theories as, fun little theories that people kind of run with a little too much. But it says, while MatPat is trending, let me just say that MatPat never credits his employees such as writers, editors, etc., and has only mentioned them through tragedy and when he found out as a fraud. Smartest show in gaming? I wrote the damn thing. Alex Faseni in Super Beard Bros. That is from at Green Tees OUO, and then also the other guy is at Dragons Mod, and you can find these links in the description as well.
Yeah, that will come up. That definitely comes off as shady. I mean, if it was just he didn't credit his writers, I mean, I don't know. I don't see it as as long as he's paying them for the job, right?
Yes, I believe so. They get paid.
I mean, yeah, if they're getting paid for the job, they're getting paid a good, fair share, then, I mean, maybe you probably should still credit them, but in the end, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I mean, if they're getting paid to do it, then I'm not sure. If the deal was, he'd shout them out and help them out. That's one thing, but
Yeah, but if that's not part of the deal, then oh well.
yeah, exactly. I don't think it's really that bad.
I mean, I would still, in his position, if I was in his position, I would credit the people. Like, for example, the voice actors who helped me with my comic dubs. I'll always, credit them for their work because they helped bring this project together. And writers, if Nomad, you and I are writing out a series, and obviously you're going to get credit for that. But, would you, let me ask you this, actually. Would you be okay with it if I didn't credit you, but I paid you a good, decent amount for it?
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
All right, so it's not the most unreasonable thing.
I feel as if the biggest problem is in the world of writing and that type of craft, it's all about references.
That's a fair point to make.
So whenever someone is saying, hey, I wrote for an internet show, I'm like, oh, cool, what is your source? And you could say, he doesn't credit his writers, there's no way to tell who's who unless they have to go through MatPat themselves and ask. And no employer is going to do that unless you're a stellar employee. Or a candidate.
All right, you got me there. I have no response to that.
That's the only thing I can kind of see. It seems shady because it makes him look like the one who is the one creating these theories.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure.
Well, there's this kind of stigma where if some of your fans, people think if some of the fans know that you don't do this all by yourself, then they don't appreciate it as much. That's just this kind of stigma that I've seen some people kind of reference to in their minds, though it doesn't seem to be really have a lot of credit to it.
I don't really see it as that. I've never heard someone say it they don't appreciate a team.
I'm just saying that mentality is the only thing I can really think of that would spawn these types of decisions.
That is an odd one.
It is. If you don't really think about it, maybe it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But that's just that. Also, wait, you said MatPat only talks about his employees during a tragedy, right?
Yes.
How many times has he done that exactly?
I believe a couple months ago, his friend and editor, Ronnie, he
I
suicide.
heard about this story. But was there a case before?
Before that, during I think it was a GDC or something like that, some kind of convention, Ronnie was, there was reports that Ronnie was making an ass of himself with some of the, convention staff. Trying to say that he is part of an internet show and he has VIP access.
I'm talking you said, the person who made that tweet said MatPat only references his employees when, he's being called out or when a tragedy strikes.
When, to quote
so
it, has
that person,
only mentioned them throughout tragedy and when he is found, when he gets found out as a fraud.
So he's implying that MatPat's using his friends, the tragedies, for gains, right?
Either
How many times has MatPat done that has MatPat done that exactly? Because that's a pretty heavy allegation.
I don't know. We'll have to probably research that and we'll give an answer. We'll give an answer later on, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not going to go that far. I will say MatPat, he definitely did mess up this time, though I don't really hold much against him. His show's good. I like game theory. I like to watch it every now and then. MatPat, your Sans' Nest theory sucks ass. That was awful. But other than that, I think you're cool.
Now that I really think about it, I think what they're talking about is if he gets a fact wrong so bad that it causes some kind of mini controversy within his space. For example, there was one time he was trying to talk about how explosive Wario's fart is. And as a source, he used Brawl's stage building mechanic. And with the blocks, he said that Wario is 7 feet tall.
What?
Yeah. He said that he was 7 feet tall. And I think that's what he's trying to say. He then went on to explain how he came upon that. And he apologizes for that information being put out there. So I think that's what they're trying to say.
Yeah, okay. He makes a dumb mistake, and it makes him look dumb. That doesn't seem like a big deal to me.
I don't know. Well, we'll have to look into that, and we might have a part 2 of it.
I don't know, maybe. That MatPat discussion went on way longer than I thought it would. We should get into the
Yeah.
next
Same.
thing. How about we talk about RiceGum and Jake Paul? That stunt.
Oh
that fun
boy,
stuff.
that.
Nomad, I know you love to rag on them for this, so take it away.
Yep. So a few weeks ago, Jake Paul and RiceGum, they were just doing their typical videos. The obnoxious. Well, I'm not. The obnoxious. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, but they're making these videos.
Cancer?
Then. Yeah, cancer. That's what I'm looking for.
Vlogs. Wait, I think it's vlogs.
What's the difference?
Yeah, they're making
Hey!
these vlogs and. But yeah, so they came. So in this one vlog, they decide to open up some boxes from this website called Mystery Brand, and again, it comes out later that the website itself is a scam. But even before that, there was a lot of controversy for that because. Again, it's gambling. Like, without a doubt, it is gambling. You can sell the stuff back to this website, supposedly, and get money for it. And since we all know Jake Paul and RiceGum, they have younger audiences. And so that's where a lot of the controversy comes from. People saying that they're promoting gambling to kids.
Yep. So I think everybody by now actually knows the story, but not a lot of people, I think, have talked about the follow-up that RiceGum did.
Oh, go ahead.
During his some kind of apology video he made, he threw up some Amazon gift cards in his video, and a lot of people were saying that the codes were fake, that they had already been used and claimed. So Keemstar calls RiceGum. He's like, "What the hell are you doing, man?" And RiceGum says, "No, the codes were real. I have proof and stuff." And then there were also tweets showing that some of the codes were actually real. So that's just a whole mess that nobody really knows. Was he right? Was he wrong? Did he fake this? I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know. Maybe he could have accidentally put in some use codes in with some not use codes.
No, probably what happened was someone got to it first, and then someone tried to use the code, and like, oh my gosh, he's trying to scam people.
No. It said that it was used back in May of 2018.
I don't know.
Which is
Something
way-
about it is just them trying to like take the piss out of him and try to make him look like worse than he actually is.
Yeah. But then, supposedly RiceGum showed receipts proving that these were real. And then there was still, that one tweet that said, "Hey, wait, no, this code worked." So, I don't know. I don't really know where to stand on that. But did anybody happen to see Jake Paul's response, or if he even made a response?
He didn't make the closest thing to response he got was his reply to H3's tweet. He made the video, tweeted out. Jake Paul said, "Lol, love this, bro." And then H3 said, "You like being called out promoting gambling to kids?" And Jake Paul just said, "Yup." That's
Really?
a close. Yeah, probably the self-awareness card, probably. Still,
Okay, so RiceGum, I'm gonna say, you know what? I'll let this one slide. I'm not gonna forget it, but I'll let it slide. Jake Paul, what's wrong with you?
I mean, it's Jake Paul. You think he cares? Like, look at the stupid Bird Box challenge video he uploaded.
Oh yeah, the one that caused people to drive blindfolded.
You're kidding.
You didn't hear about this?
No,
Nomad,
no.
give him some backstory to the challenge real fast. Then we'll
Okay.
talk about.
I know, Zeke, you've heard of the movie Bird Box, right?
Yes, I still need to
It's
see
a
it.
terrible Netflix movie, apparently.
So people decided, hey, I'm gonna go around and do things blindfolded. From what I heard, how it started on Twitch, a few streamers decided they were gonna play video games blindfolded.
That's been a challenge since video games were a thing.
I know, but still,
Yeah.
it's nothing harmless. But then people decided that they were going to do everyday tasks blindfolded. And Jake Paul decides he's going to get in a car and then he's going to run out into the middle of a busy street, jumping around in oncoming traffic.
Oh my
What
god.
an idiot.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the kind of guy that your little brothers and sisters might be watching.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I don't care if he gets hit by a car. I mean, sure, it would suck to see him do that, get hit.
I'd laugh.
Sure.
I'm not even lying. If Jake Paul, like, if his stupid ass got hit by a car because he's running out in the street blindfolded, I'm just gonna be laughing like, you earned this, you dumbass.
I mean,
But no,
yeah,
kids,
I would be.
but kids are impressionable, and they're gonna
Exactly,
repeat
that's
the same
my
things.
problem.
Yeah, kids are impressionable. They're gonna repeat the same things they see their favorite YouTubers doing. Why do you think you don't see me skydiving into a live volcano? Because I know somebody might try and do what I do.
So
Yeah.
that stunt is
And
off
then-
then. Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
Yep,
all
this
right. I
would-
already canceled
this-
the helicopter transaction.
Oh, come on, man. You should have gave me a heads up. I would have got my deposit back.
I'm sorry, okay, but like this whole bird box challenge and like I was gonna do it blindfolded, but no. All right, this joke is getting dumb. So
The
anyway,
metadata,
That was-
though.
Yeah, but that was the challenge that made YouTube say, okay, you know what? These challenges have gotten ridiculous. Enough is enough. If you're going to try and kill yourselves, that's fine, but don't do it on our platform. No more dangerous challenges or pranks.
I think like a few stories came out that some children apparently had died doing this bird box challenge, and
Really?
that's
No.
what made them push in the new rule.
No, this is the thing that happened. Some girl, she was doing the Bird Box challenge while driving and drives into a car. Again, I don't know why anyone would think that's a good idea, but still, is it worth the likes? Is it worth the views? Is it worth it risking your life just for a few seconds of fame that again you'll be completely forgotten about in a few months? It's
In
not
a
worth it.
rebellious child's mind, yes. That's the problem. Yeah, and the girl died too, right?
No, she lived, but still.
I am almost positive there was a story about someone dying because of the bird box challenge.
These type of challenge things, that's always happened. Like, back before YouTube, whenever I was in, like, elementary and middle school, like, the stupid crap we did in, like recess. Like, hey, I'm gonna just jump off this giant slide that's probably, like, 10 feet up in the air. And you're, like, a 8-year-old. You shouldn't be doing that. Kids are
The
going to do
difference
stupid
is that's
shit.
not going to kill you.
Kids are going to do stupid stuff. I mean, if we were to do...
Yeah, it's a part of growing up is doing stupid shit, but you need to protect them from putting their lives in danger.
I mean, that is the thing.
Do you remember the knife game song?
Oh.
That was the thing.
I mean, that was a thing before YouTube was a thing. I remember
I know,
kids
but
doing
still.
that with pencils.
Oh, I have on my fingers. And
Okay, don't start
Shout
saying
out-
that.
Shout out to Rusty Cage, great guy. He's the guy who created that song and the trend.
Right.
Just
But anyways,
another thing for big YouTubers. I know y'all all watch this podcast. I know who you are. Just these kids are going to do dumb things. We're not saying you're causing them to do dumb things. Just don't give them ideas. Don't give
Yeah.
them like the idea that you can jump in front of a highway blindfolded and that's going to be all right. That's not.
Yeah, see, if you
want to
do like a skateboard down a rail challenge or something like that, something that's not going to get somebody killed, by all means go ahead. But hey, blindfold me and I'll run out into the middle of the streets. That's a problem.
Even better, let's feed the homeless challenge.
hey, I got an idea. How about we do the rope challenge? Just take a rope,
I'm gonna
tie
just
it around
stop
your
you
neck,
right now.
and
I'm
see-
just gonna stop you right
Stop.
now.
We're so close to getting monetized on this channel and you're going to ruin it.
Okay, no, please, YouTube, don't do that. I love YouTube. All hail Chancellor Susan. Please don't take away our potential ad revenue.
Yeah,
Or don't take away our channel like Mumkey Jones.
They left a message with Monkey Jones. It's a perfect segue.
Exactly.
Hey, Mumkey Jones, my boy, my favorite person who used to be on this platform.
You want to explain what happened? Because that's like a pretty long story.
Yep. So Mumkey Jones, he was a very edgy YouTuber, very controversial. He uploaded these videos. He included some about this guy he's a mass shooter called Elliot Roger, in a documentary style where he was mocking the school shooter. And have you seen YouTube's actual reasons for striking the videos?
I don't think they actually gave a real reason. They just kind of
no.
started ignoring him.
They gave reasons to the strikes themselves, but they never explained the strikes.
Like, the video where he's mocking Elliot Rodger, they claim that is hate speech. Just how can you see that as hate speech?
Apparently YouTube likes school shooters.
Yeah, school shooters are a protected group. We need to stop criticism against them.
No, we need to stop hate speech against them, Nomad.
Yeah, and one of the videos, YouTube said that was flagged for review, but it was a private video with 0 views. There is no way anybody could have possibly have flagged it.
Unless somebody with admin powers went in and watched the video.
Exactly. It was clear they went really out of their way to take down his channel. So after that, he made two new channels that he tried to use the same loophole that Keemstar used with Drum Alert, that he didn't own the channel, he just made content for it. But those channels were strike too. Once again, no reason giving.
And then he tried to said he was going to make videos for his girlfriend's channel, and then her channel got strike down, right?
Well, no, it was a video that she created. It was a channel that she created that he was going to create videos for, and it was removed. From what I heard, the first video he uploaded didn't even have views in the double digits by the time it was taken down.
Oh, dear Lord.
Gee.
So they're really going way out of their way to take down his channel.
They completely cut him off from the platform.
I mean, the whole idea of a strike is letting people know, hey, yeah, this is bad. Stop this. Don't do it. But someone can't really clean up their act if you get 3 single strikes in an instant.
And then
you're not even
strike down the other 2 channels he makes.
I mean, Monkey Jones even said the videos that got him striked, even if he disagrees with the strikes, he'd be 100% willing to take down the videos if he got his channel back. But no, the Team YouTube Twitter account, they stopped replying to him, and I'm fairly certain that Twitter account's just run by a bot anyways.
It probably is, honestly. I've had interactions with it before, and it's at one point it did seem like there was a person, but more often than not, I think it might actually be a bot. So what happened to Monkey Jones? It was clearly an attack. You don't just get like 3 strikes out of nowhere, and then 2 more of your channels get strike down. That was obviously an attack.
And here's the thing: someone who works at YouTube as a moderator, he went through the videos and he said, "Yeah, this doesn't violate our guidelines. This should be allowed to stay up." And then YouTube, they stood by it. They said, "No, it does. We're not bringing your channels back."
So yes, somebody at YouTube had some kind of vendetta against Monkey Jones.
And again, YouTube before that, on the exact same videos, they did the manual review that they do after you request monetization on a video. And they said themselves, the videos were not only allowed to stay up, but they were allowed to be monetized.
So, any way you look at this was obviously an attack. I don't know who initiated this attack, but it was an attack.
And this is the thing. Why Monkey Jones? Why not people that are actually causing problems on this website? Like, there's this one YouTuber, he was a Chilean YouTuber, he uploaded a video of him literally abusing his cat, and he got no punishments for it. Again, he eventually took down the video himself after he got backlash for it, but still, that is disgusting, and YouTube did nothing for it. Again, this is the thing with YouTube. They got their priorities so mixed up. Again, someone as harmless as Monkey Jones, again, he uploads offensive content, yes, but it's just anyone with half a brain can see it's satire. Unfortunately, I feel like that might be asking a bit much nowadays, is half a brain.
Yeah.
But then, you look... I mean, I know this story's dead, but the Logan Paul situation, I don't even see people even holding that against Logan Paul anymore. Every time I hear people bring it up, they mention that, YouTube allowed this to stay on this website. Lol, you just want money? Just upload a video of you defiling a dead corpse.
Well, hold on. I don't think we should go that far. Logan Paul didn't defile the corpse.
I
mean,
know,
he
but
was immensely disrespectful, but he didn't start grabbing a stick and start poking it. It's like, oh, are we gonna see kidneys or something? No.
Yeah, I know, but
In
that's
that kind
not
of situation, you have to be careful with your wording.
Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, I know. But still, that is not the point. The point was, I don't even hear people holding that against Logan Paul anymore.
Oh, no, people
Everyone's-
still do.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah, but most of but the vast majority of the time, I hear people holding it against YouTube for even allowing that on their platform, and only bothering to do something after they've got called out for it multiple times, days after it's happened, and then after canceling his Red series, they give it a sequel months later after the controversy has completely died down.
Not to mention the fact that YouTube put his video on trending.
On trending, I mean, it wasn't even subtle that there was what he was doing in the video. I mean, the title was literally all caps. We found a dead body in the Japanese suicide forest. With the dead body, albeit for the sake of being fair, it was censored in the thumbnail.
Only half of it was censored though. You could still see like the dude's arms and his legs.
I think it was only his face that was the only thing that was censored.
Yeah, so Logan Paul doesn't even get a strike for that. But Monkey Jones makes some satirical criticism of the Bible or the Quran, and he gets his channel gets destroyed. That's so outrageously unfair. Someone was playing a biased.
Someone clearly just wants him gone, and when you consider the fact that one of the videos that got him taken down on his fifth channel did not even have 10 views in the double digits when it got taken down. That just goes to show they're going way out of their way to keep him off the platform.
Well, so be it. He's doing well on Twitch now, isn't he? And he set up his own website, right?
Oh yeah, go watch that Monkey Jones TV.
Yeah, I recommend his grade A under A video. That was a great video.
He's also in a podcast called The State of YouTube.
Oh yeah, State of YouTube, good podcast. I've seen it.
How long before that gets shut down because he's in it?
Well, this is the thing. Out of the blue, it got its monetization taken away. Eventually, they were able to get it appealed, so at the very least, that happened.
That's nice.
Didn't that happen to you? Your monetization randomly got taken away on your original GCD 100 channel?
Yeah, the very first channel I ever created, GameCubeDude 100, a previous one, its monetization was just taken out of nowhere. I didn't get an email. I didn't get a reason. And this happened like years ago. So I was forced to essentially delete that channel and then turn a spare channel I had into a new GameCubeDude 100. But like the URL GameCubeDude 100, I can never get access to that. But I did thankfully manage to get my hands on GameCubeDude.
Hooray.
So yeah, what really sucked is that channel, like, not long before that happened, that channel hit 10,000 subscribers. So yeah, YouTube's like, hey, you hit 10,000 subscribers. Your ads are getting taken away. Congratulations.
This is the thing with YouTube. They love to keep people in the dark when it comes to everything.
That's the biggest thing biggest problem I have with this.
Yeah, like the demonetization craze, that was happening for months before they even bothered to say anything about it.
I feel as if everyone would understand it a little bit better if they gave a concrete answer of why they're like they're removing or they're striking Monkey Jones videos. Like if they straight up say, "Hey, listen, we just do not want this type of content in our site." I think most people will understand.
No. Well, the thing is, they'll never flat out admit that because they know there's an audience for edgy content like that. And if they admit, "Oh yeah, we don't want edgy content on our site anymore," then they know people are gonna flee to another website. No, they're hoping that if they keep it in the dark, that they won't lose a lot of people watching videos. They'll just be like, "Oh no, my favorite channel's gone. Maybe I can find something else." But if YouTube admits, "Yeah, we don't want this kind of stuff on our platform," they're like, "Oh shit, well, I guess I better go somewhere else for my entertainment."
I think the biggest thing that will at least help out this situation is if YouTube has a rating system, like a TV rating system.
So you mean like PG-13 R?
Yeah, that type of stuff, so that everyone will know it beforehand, like, hey, this channel is rated PG-13 for X, Y, and Z. And you're like, oh, okay, now I'm aware.
Got a good point, to be honest.
In theory, yeah, that could work.
And it's not a system that the creator can. Maybe it's like a partnership between the creator and YouTube itself to try to find some middle ground of how to put it on there.
There's so many creators, though, they can't help everybody individually.
I mean, I know this experiment kind of failed with YouTube Kids, but maybe they have maybe they could have a separate app for it, like a place where people can upload edgy YouTube content, and that's where you'd go if you want to find that type of content.
I don't think that'll work, but if the rating system is there, you can therefore just say, I want everything, or you could put like a child filter and have nothing greater than PG. Or something like that.
There is the safe search feature on YouTube as well. That's still there.
Yeah, but doesn't that just a block just like a mature like?
It blocks age-restricted videos, from what I hear.
No, it does more than that. I don't know. I think there's some kind of algorithm deciding which videos should and shouldn't be on the safe search, because I've looked at my channel. Half of my videos don't show up when safe search is on.
Here, I'm looking it up right now. Let's try to figure out what it has to say.
I just told you what it does.
No, I mean, try to find more about it.
But like we were saying, the thing with YouTube is that this is the problem. They love to keep people in the dark about absolutely everything. And we discussed this on the episode about He Who Shall Remain Nameless, that that's the worst PR move you can possibly make, is keeping your user base or customers in the dark when it comes to anything. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I vaguely do.
Exactly. And I feel like, at least with the monetization, people at the very least might have been a bit more forgiving in that situation if they at least explained, hey, yeah, we're worried about what's going on with this platform. We feel like this may be getting a bit out of hand, so we're going to be introducing the system, going to be testing it out. It might not be 100% accurate, but we're working to make sure that it provides the most accurate details that it can. It's an AI, it's still learning, but don't worry, things will go back to normal for you in no time. So if they did something like that, as opposed to just hiding it for months and all of a sudden, this is the first time they ever actually mentioned it was when Philip DeFranco mentioned YouTube. What's this yellow dollar sign? And they're like, oh, hey, yeah, that's a demonetization system that's been around for months.
Yeah, I feel as if most of the problems of YouTube could be saved just by open dialogue between the users, the creators, and YouTube itself.
And this is the thing. YouTube themselves are so hard to get in contact with. Like, do you remember when I Hate Everything had his channel terminated?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of the blue, a video that had nothing wrong in it at all, apparently got his whole channel taken down. And after that,
so much for the 3-strike system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he tried so much to get in contact with YouTube, but he just couldn't. For the longest time, no matter where he went, he didn't get answers. He eventually got his channel back, thankfully, after everyone made a fuss.
It literally took like an entire social media movement to get his channel back. He had Boogie and I think H3H3 and Keemstar, like everybody was saying like save I Hate Everything or whatever the hashtag was, and they're just like, okay, we'll give him his channel back.
Yeah, every big YouTuber or YouTuber that had a pretty big audience, they kind of went behind it. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
But anyway, this is the thing. If this is what it takes to do YouTube to actually do anything with their website, then yeah, they don't have a good relationship with their user base, which I'm sure all companies with a good social media presence would know. Having a good relationship between you and the customers is important, especially when you're a brand like YouTube, for example.
They don't care. No, none of these giant tech social media websites care. Twitter bans people for whatever reason they want. Facebook literally like stalks their users, and YouTube just straight up ignores their users.
They pretty much do. I mean, at least Twitter's being a little bit more strict with age restrictions. Like, only people who are 16 can have a Twitter account.
Yeah, and a problem Twitter is having right now is like when Tumblr shut down all of its mature content, a lot of pedophiles that were using Tumblr to share child porn went on over to Twitter, and now there's just a flood of these creeps on that site, and Twitter needs to get on that.
Yep.
That's a topic for another day, I believe. We can do.
Let's keep that out.
That could be a social media
say,
part 2.
All I want to say is, if you see those people in your timelines at all, just block and report. Get them out of there. That's what I say.
As much as that will hopefully do, Twitter's really stupid when it comes to reporting people. They only care if it's a celebrity. Speaking of celebrities, did you guys see what Drake Bell said on his Twitter?
No,
Oh, yes, YouTube fucked him over too.
Yeah, okay. Allow me to explain. So, Drake Bell was making content on a YouTube channel for a while, but then his channel got hacked. So, he went on Twitter to he tried to get in contact with YouTube to try and get his channel back. And they didn't help him. They didn't do jack for him. So he goes on Twitter, is like, YouTube's just completely screwed me over. He's like, all right, everybody, we're done with YouTube. We're going on over to Twitch. And if that's not the biggest slap in the face I've seen happen to YouTube yet, you lost Drake Bell to fucking Twitch. How awful of a site, how awful of a job do you have to do that?
Maybe YouTube is run by Megan.
Megan.
God damn it.
Look out, Josh. You're next.
Oh.
As long as Jack Black's YouTube channel stays afloat and stays around, I'm happy.
You never know. He could be next.
Who knows?
YouTube doesn't even know how to give special treatment to celebrities properly.
Speaking of removing it, do we want to touch upon the Machinima situation?
Oh, yeah,
I
that.
didn't look a whole lot in. Well, actually, from what I understand, apparently some company bought Machinima, and they had to remove all their content. If I remember correctly, I think it was. Let me see if I can find the tweet someone replied to me with.
Machinima kind of felt a bit dead to me anyway. I mean,
It's been dead. It's been dead for a while now.
How do you even spell Machinima? I'm trying to figure out.
It's
MACHINIMA.
All right, so this is what somebody told me. Supposedly, a corporation that's owned by AT&T bought the rights to Machinima from Warner Brothers and deleted all their videos. That's all I know. That's literally it.
Huh. Well, another thing for removing is that YouTube or Google removed Google Plus, and from
That
what I've
happened
heard,
a while ago.
I know,
Yeah,
but
I mean, that really did fuck up the website from what I heard.
I mean,
Yeah,
like what happened was apparently people were like, Google was trying to get people to force as much of Google Plus's code into YouTube as they possibly could. So when they decide, okay, let's get rid of Google Plus, and they delete it, they crash their site because they had like tangled in Google Chrome. Google Plus so much that the site just didn't know how to work anymore, and that shut down the website for quite a while. Wasn't it like almost a full day?
Several hours, I suppose. I really don't remember, but what I do know is that it did mess up an interesting movie night that we had to do.
Yeah. Okay, for a little context, the shutdown also screwed up Google's media player, which is like what you can use to watch movies you buy and rent on Google Play Store. Hack and I were actually planning on watching a movie that night, but because the site was down, we couldn't access the movie, so we ended up wasting like $4 for nothing.
Oh my gosh.
I think around 9 in particular, I don't know.
Yeah, that was horse garbage. Or horse dump.
So is there anything else we want to talk about this whole situation?
Well, what were we talking? What were you about to talk about before Hack mentioned Google Plus?
It was just mentioning the Machinima thing.
Oh yeah, Machinima. But Machinima goes back such a while. I'm sure we remember when absolutely everything had the Machinima intro at the beginning of it.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it one of the first partnership brands?
Yeah, it was the first multi-channel network, which those seem to have sort of gone out of style now as of late.
Machinima really changed over the years. They became a really shady company. I remember I remember seeing an interview on Drama Alert, I think it was, back in 2015 or 2016. I think it was 2016 actually, where Machinima was just, their contracts had such, I'm trying to remember. It was so long ago. If I can track down the Drama Alert video, if you just search up Drama Alert Machinima, then you should find all the details. But Machinima really died over the years, I'll say.
I mean, yeah, it's the biggest blow. I don't think anyone really is sad that it's gone right now. It's just more about all the videos that were on there. Like, for example, I just realized that Sonic for Hire, that animated series, is now not available because that was on Machinima.
Oh, someone will re-upload that.
Oh, I'm pretty sure the re-uploads exist, but it still sucks.
Yes, yeah, you can still watch Sonic for Hire without Machinima, which is good. I used to love watching Battlefield Friends on Machinima.
You know what? Actually, there is another story I remember. Somebody hated their deal with Machinima so much that they violated the terms of service of the Machinima contract to get out of it. Apparently what they did was they streamed porn. They streamed.
Really?
They just streamed regular ass porn, and the next day Machinima was like, "Yeah, you're out of the contract." And the dude's just like, "Woohoo! Victory!"
I remember seeing it everywhere. Machinima wouldn't do anything for them. They'd just take their money, and again, they'd come to you when you were a small channel with, say, 200, 300, 500, maybe 1,000 subs. Saying, hey,
I remember a piece of the story now. The dude was having trouble with his channel, and Machinima refused to help him. That was a thing in the story. I'm almost positive.
Oh wow.
And then when he made a video criticizing them, they were trying to make a deal with him to take down the video.
Oh my god.
They were literally trying to bribe somebody to stop them from stop him from criticizing them. How much more shady can you get?
Who knows? Maybe more will pop up about Machinima, and then there'll be another topic.
I guess. Nomad, what were you saying before I interrupted you? I'm sorry.
But yeah, here's what I heard. This was back when I was still a high school edgelord and enjoyed Leafy's content. I've changed a lot since then, but what Leafy said was Machinima approached him when he was a small gaming channel, a few thousand subs. So as he kept growing and growing, they just kept taking more of his ad revenue. They do nothing for him, and again, he said, "Hey, yeah, I'd like to get out of my contract," and Machinima would just never ever respond to him. And again, this was when he was one of the fastest growing channels on YouTube. So if they're not willing to listen to someone who's one of the biggest channels at the time, then who will they listen to?
It sounds like a brand new channel awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that train wreck. But I mean, that's technically not true. Channel Awesome has technically been around for maybe a decade now, is it?
Oh yeah, that predated YouTube, didn't it?
No, Nostalgia Critic started out on YouTube. He got terminated for YouTube, and that's when he decided to leave,
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, at one point, leaving YouTube really was a much more viable option. But not so much now. All you really have now is Twitch. That's the only place creators can really go now.
At least Twitch allows you to upload videos now.
It doesn't Pornhub. Isn't Pornhub trying to offer services to other people? You can release whatever.
Yeah, Pornhub. Interestingly enough, when Tumblr was shut down, they tweeted out, "Hey, all you Tumblr people, why don't you bring your content over here?" Not even kidding. That tweet exists.
You know what? I love it. There's 3 Twitter accounts I love. There's the Arby's Twitter account, the Wendy's Twitter account, and then the Pornhub Twitter account.
I mean, I like Pornhub for other reasons, but whatever.
just look at the Pornhub comments. It's
You actually read those?
It's no. Have you actually seen them? It's become the Pornhub comments have become a meme. It's incredible some of the things people actually post on there, and surprisingly, they're a lot nicer and a lot more civil than the YouTube comments ever have been.
Well,
All right, next time I see somebody getting their back blown out, I'll be sure to read the comments just for you. I'll keep you in mind, Nomad.
Hey, does anyone know how to tame a horse in Minecraft?
Oh.
I mean, I did actually see a screenshot of someone asking that in the Pornhub comments section.
Are you? No way. Okay,
Did
that had
he
to
get
be a
an
troll.
answer? Did he
No.
get an answer?
These are real. These are real.
I don't want to know the video he was commenting on.
I don't
Just
know
use your
either.
imagination.
I don't want to.
All right, I'm gonna have to reel it back to YouTube talk now.
Right. That's what this video was about.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Pornhub, if you're interested in a sponsorship, we're open.
Okay.
Spread your ass cheeks for Pornhub, boys.
I'm happy.
Oh my gosh.
Wait. No, we can't. Hack's underage.
Oh yeah. Hack, would you mind taking a break from the podcast until you're 18?
Hack, would you
Okay.
mind registering as a legal lolly? He just left.
Oh my gosh. Hack, come
Okay.
back.
All right. Maybe if we talk about YouTube, he'll come back.
Oh, I think he's back.
I'm right here.
Okay. Welcome back.
Is there anything
Hooray.
else you all want to say before we end off the episode?
I just want to say, I think we should prepare for the worst in 2019. Do you guys know that there's going to be a very significant event that will happen this year that's really going to not set a good precedent for YouTube?
What happened?
Is the Adpocalypse 2?
No. PewDiePie is going to be passed in subscribers by T-Series. I know it's a fun battle that, like, oh, PewDiePie versus T-Series, we're fighting for our king PewDiePie. But everybody knows that it's going to happen regardless. And when it does, it's going to set a really, really bad precedent because now this random corporation has just taken the #1 spot instead of an independent creator. YouTube should be about independent people, right? But
Yep.
no.
That's what we all came to the website for, am I right?
Exactly. That's what this website was built upon. But if a company that can pump out like multiple videos a day takes the spotlight, then what does that mean? How much longer will it be YouTube?
I mean, it's the algorithm, the watch time algorithm that favors these big companies over the small individual creators. Like, I remember the official YouTube Twitter account tweeted out a while ago, who are your favorite animators, and it was just an entire flood of comments of people saying, I don't know, you seem to have killed them all with your algorithm.
They're not wrong.
Exactly. That's the unfortunate thing. It's every single year it's becoming harder and harder to come at all successful as an individual creator.
It really is. But
Again, let me go look on the front page of YouTube, see what pops up.
To be fair, I know it sets a precedent, but I don't think it's an end time like scenario for 2019 because of the fact that T-Series maybe have used like bots to get it, and also the fact that every time someone in India creates a YouTube account, they get automatically subscribed. Something like that won't fly in America. Yeah.
Really? I've seen actual evidence that that's not the case. I heard this one guy who set up a VPN so he could officially register as if he was in India and he was not automatically subbed to T-Series. T-Series was heavily promoted, but he wasn't automatically subbed to it.
I honestly do think YouTube could survive. I think it could have both companies and independent creators, but I do not think the independent creators should be cast aside for these bigger companies.
That's what everybody's afraid of. Everyone's worried that YouTube is just going to cast aside the smaller creators in favor of these big companies.
I mean, they've already been doing it. Like, do you remember? There's this one unfortunate incident, and here's what Casey Neistat said on one of his video. It was a video dedicated to raising money to the victims' families. He said, all the money that I make from this video is gonna go to this charity, and YouTube demonetized it, saying, oh yeah, no matter what, you're not allowed to monetize tragedies, which would be fine. I could accept that if it weren't for the case that there are these talk show hosts, the dime a dozen ones you see everywhere, like Jimmy Kimmel.
Mm-hmm.
They had ads on their videos, and apparently they got some sort of YouTube free demonetization pass from it.
Yeah, and like I've heard about like the Young Turks, that garbage news network. They're whitelisted by YouTube too. None of their videos get demonetized, from what I understand. So YouTube clearly has a bias.
I mean, that's what they want. That's the current leadership of YouTube. They want YouTube to be the next. They want YouTube to be the next TV, and well, they're casting aside the people that helped them get to where they are in the first place in favor of these big TV companies, which are the reason why we came. Not at all the reason why we came to YouTube. We came to YouTube to get away from TV, to see content made by individual people. The guy with a camcorder recording his friends doing goofy shit. Yeah, that's what we started out watching on YouTube back in the old days.
And that's like 90% of my entertainment right there. I just go to YouTube for stuff.
Same
here.
Exactly. I don't watch these big companies. I'm not subscribed to any of these big TV channels that have YouTube channels now.
Hell, I'm not even going to renew my Netflix subscription. I don't use Netflix like at all, so there's no point for me.
I subscribe to like a couple, I subscribe to Kitchen Nightmare, so like the shows themselves.
Oh.
Like the highlight reels of the shows.
Me for a different perspective of the PewDiePie and T-Series battle. Like, I know it kind of feels like a weird battle to me, but then like it came to an idea for me. I know it's not going to be a thing, but like, so T-Series of course they're going to pass PewDiePie, but I feel like what would be a debate is who's going to have the 100 million subscribers first. That's the part where I feel like would have ended the battle. But
I mean, if PewDiePie makes it to 100 subs first, I think everyone would be satisfied.
Yeah, I would consider that as a win if he got it first, but unfortunately, I don't think he will be.
Well, at least he was the first to 69 million.
That's the only number that actually matters.
He was the first to 70 million as well. Don't forget that.
No, yep. But 69 is better.
As of right now, every single time he gains a subscriber, he beats a record.
Indeed.
That's pretty awesome.
With a lot of numbers.
So is there anything else that we need to talk about? Speak now, forever hold your peace.
There really isn't much I could really bring on, because I mean the things I've heard during this episode is like, I mean, I've heard about a lot of them except for a few details like the whole MatPat thing. I mean, there's really nothing much I can add other than the whole YouTube Rewind thing, but that's just a thing to put on. But other than that, there's really nothing I can add.
It's kind of to the point where it's cool to hate on the Rewind, so...
Yeah, because Rewind was trash. But everybody already knows that.
Exactly.
If you want a real Rewind, go watch PewDiePie's YouTube Rewind.
Bring it back to PewDiePie.
There we go.
Or go watch Dolan Darks.
That one was good too.
All right.
So unless you want to talk about how to put LED lights in a DeLorean, which I legitimately know how to do, I've got nothing left to talk about.
I got nothing to talk about the topic. What about you, Nomad?
How many DeLoreans are there currently in existence?
Hack, do you have anything to add to this conversation?
Hey, I'm answering his questions.
It has nothing to do with YouTube.
Shut up, I'm answering his question. Statistics show that there may be about 6,500 left.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
And that's not nice. That means it's harder to get a hold of one.
Hack, do you have anything to add?
But that still means this.
There's really nothing I can really add.
What were you saying, Nomad?
I'm still saying, if if there are DeLoreans in existence, that's a good thing.
True.
That's the way to look at the positive. All right.
I'll just wait until they start making new ones.
Oh my gosh, this is the third time I'm trying to end it.
I know.
You can't escape the glory of the DeLorean, Zeke.
I hear it enough already from you.
Yes. Actually, no. You haven't.
I will resist your DeLoreans as long as possible.
I will tie you down to a chair, and I will tie your eyes open and make you stare at a picture of a DeLorean until you understand.
Will you personally drive to his house in a DeLorean?
In a
To do that?
DeLorean,
I can't
yeah.
afford a DeLorean right now.
But when you can?
Yes.
Well, I guess it's time to plug your Patreon, I guess, huh?
Yeah, patreon.com/GameCubeDude100. Help, please, I'm hungry.
This is Zeke. You can find me on ZYoshiMan on YouTube and Twitter. Nomad.
Well, I have a Twitter, HackGameX294, Instagram, HackGameX294. Yes, Nomad, I say Instagram. And recently I've launched up a page for a FNAF fan game I'm working on, featuring 50 characters, including the Mugs Mike's podcast.
Hey!
Yo.
It's going to be pretty interesting working on the game, and I know people are going to call me out insane for adding 50 characters, but to be honest, I'm really motivated to making the game. So I hope the game comes out as a really fleshed out and hopefully really fun game too. So yeah.
All right, and Nomad, where can everyone find you?
Follow me on Twitter at NomadicBox87 or subscribe to me on my channel at I'm Nomadic, link in the description. I'm actually planning on bringing that back, so keep an eye out for that.
Follow me on Twitter at GameCubeDude100, by the way. I didn't get to plug my Twitter.
Oh, there you go. All right, well, thank you all so much for listening to this episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to join in the discussion, please leave a comment in the comic box, whatever you call it.
Comment section.
Comment box, whatever.
Comment box. Are you kidding me?
I kind of
Fucking old man.
What is this combat box you're talking about?
Combat.
Oh my god. End the episode before I have a migraine.